rules change.
The wind outside the Broken Spoke Saloon didn't just blow. It howled, carrying half the Mojave Desert with it and rattling the loose timber of the front porch. Inside, the air was thick with the sting of cheap tobacco, spilled rye, and the heavy, sour sweat of men who spent too many hours in the sun and too many nights looking over their shoulders. At the bar, the bartender was wiping down a cracked glass with a rag that had seen better decades. He didn't look up when the heavy oak doors swung open. He didn't have to. The sudden drop in the room's temperature told him everything he needed to know. The stranger stood in the doorway, framed by the blinding midday heat of the street behind him. He was tall, his silhouette cutting a sharp, dark line against the glare. A battered Stetson hat sat low, casting his eyes into deep shadow. He wore a canvas duster coat, caked in white trail dust, but it was the dark, stiff rust-colored stain on his left sleeve that made the piano player's fingers freeze mid-chord. The silence that followed him was absolute. He walked with a slow, deliberate rhythm. He didn't turn around. In the reflection of the dirty mirror behind the bar, he could see the man in the corner, a man named Silas Vance. Silas was trying to look relaxed, leaning back in his chair, but his right hand was hidden beneath the lip of the table. "If you came for the bounty on my head, you're a fool," Silas scoffed. "My brother Caleb sent you, didn't he? Whatever he promised to pay you, I'll double it. Right now, in solid gold. Take this watch, walk out that door, and tell Caleb you lost my trail." The stranger finally turned around, leaning his elbows against the bar. A ghost of a smile touched his lips, cold and humorless. He dropped a single silver dollar onto the counter. It didn't thud. It rang out, a pure, high pitch that seemed to vibrate through the floorboards. "That's a fine offer, Silas," the stranger said, his hand slowly moving to his coat pocket. "Truly is." He pulled his hand out and tossed something across the room. It skittered across the floorboards, coming to a halt right at the tip of Silas's boot. It was a heavy gold pocket watch, identical to the one Silas was holding. Except this one was dented, shattered, and stained with dried, dark blood. Silas froze. "Problem is," the stranger whispered, the room holding its collective breath, "your brother Caleb already tried to make the same deal yesterday morning." The stranger's hand blurred.